In 1953, my white mother was caught kissing my black father behind the church after Sunday service. By Tuesday, she was married to another man. By Thursday, she was planning her escape. I found my mother's journal when I was clearing out her things after she died. Hidden in a shoebox under her bed, wrapped in faded tissue paper, were 200 pages of her careful handwriting documenting a love story that was illegal in 1950s Alabama. Today I kissed Samuel behind the magnolia tree, read the first entry, dated June 15, 1953. I know it's wrong by everyone else's standards, but it felt like the most right thing I've ever done. My mother, Catherine, was 18, and the preacher's daughter. My father, Samuel, was 19 and worked at the sawmill on the other side of town. In the rigidly segregated South, their love wasn't just forbidden, it was dangerous. The journal detailed their secret meetings, how they'd leave coded messages for each other, how Samuel would wait by the creek after dark, and Catherine would sneak out through her bedroom window, how they planned a future together that seemed impossible in Jim Crow, Alabama. But someone saw them that Sunday in June. Mrs. Henderson, the church busybody, spotted them through the stained glass window and immediately told Catherine's father. "Daddy came home from church meeting tonight with murder in his eyes," Catherine wrote. "He knows about Samuel. I can see it in the way he looks at me, like I'm something dirty that needs to be cleaned." What happened next was swift and brutal. That very night, Catherine's father and brothers found Samuel walking home from work. They beat him unconscious and left him bleeding in the road. When he woke up in the colored hospital, they told him to leave town or face worse, but Samuel didn't leave. Instead, he sent Catherine a message through her housemaid, Ruby, who was his cousin. He was hiding in the old tobacco barn on the abandoned Hartley farm. If Catherine could meet him there, they could run away together. Catherine never got the message. Her father had found out about Ruby's connection to Samuel and fired her immediately. He'd also arranged Catherine's marriage to David Morrison, the banker's son, to happen within the week. "I'm trapped," Catherine wrote. "In 3 days, I'll be Mrs. David Morrison. Samuel doesn't know what happened. He probably thinks I chose safety over love. I would rather die than marry David. But Daddy says if I refuse, he'll make sure Samuel is found and hanged for touching a white woman." The wedding took place on a sweltering Tuesday in June. Catherine's journal entry from that night was heartbreaking. "I said yes to David while my heart screamed for Samuel. Every vow was a lie. I kept looking toward the back of the church, hoping Samuel would somehow appear and take me away from this nightmare. But he didn't come. He doesn't even know I'm married now." David Morrison was everything a 1950s Southern family wanted in a son-in-law. Respectable, wealthy, connected to all the right people. But he was also cruel in ways that only his wife would ever see. "David hit me tonight for the first time," Catherine wrote a month after the wedding. "I burned his dinner because I was distracted thinking about Samuel. David said I needed to learn to focus on my duties as a wife. The bruise on my cheek is hidden by makeup, but I can feel it throbbing with every heartbeat." The abuse escalated quickly. David was careful to hit her where bruises wouldn't show. He controlled every aspect of her life, what she wore, where she went, who she spoke to. He made it clear that she belonged to him now, and Samuel was never to be mentioned again. But Catherine never stopped thinking about Samuel. Through Ruby's sister, who still worked for a family in town, she learned that Samuel had indeed left Alabama.
Full story link below.